Hey guys, what's going on? Daniel here from Guide to Vaping. Today I'm really excited because I have a new toy that I want to share with everybody. If you're here for a review on the Theorem from Wismec, you're in the right place. Hang around for the next few minutes, we're going to pull it apart and see what it's all about. Okay guys, we're here today to look at the Theorem from Wismec. It is the brainchild of Jabo, who we all know and love, and Matt from Suck My Mod. Apparently they did a little bit of a collaboration, had a little chat here, there and everywhere, and the end result was this thing in front of me right now. I want to tell you before we go any further, this is the second time I've had to do this entire video, because apparently the first time my old lady decided not to turn the sound on. Thank you. Right, we're going to dive down, we're going to pull this thing apart in the box. See, it's sitting right here, all repackaged perfectly. All the seals were on the first time around, not anymore because I've already been inside. It's okay, we'll get down to this. Alright, so here she is, the Theorem from Wismec. I'm excited about this, I know you guys are too. Inside the box you can see straight away, you've got the tank right there, you have a steel and glass replacement sleeve. For the days when you feel like walking down the road with a little bit of steel and a little bit of glass. You have a spare replacement glass sleeve. We have something in the bag here that we're going to talk about in a minute or two. Really exciting stuff. So, on the outside of the box, obviously it came in a sleeve. I've already explained why it's no longer in there. Also why 1, 2, 3 tabs have been taken off there. On the back end you have the certificate of authenticity. Theorem atomizer on one side. Over here, it says it's designed by Jabo and Suck My Mod. Underneath, it tells you everything that you have in the kit. Now, inside there, you have the Theorem RTA, the glass sleeve, you have the airflow steel tube sleeve, the notch coil with cotton. Did someone say a notch coil? Ooh! A hex key, 1.25mm drive, extra screws, a silicone ring, and an instruction manual. Now, I'm going to pull this apart really fast so you can see for yourselves exactly what's inside. Right, so what we have is a 22mm diameter tank. Actually, it's not quite a tank, it's more of a rebuildable dripper tank, although Jabo himself hates hearing it called that, so we're just going to call it a hybrid tank for right now. Right, you have the spares over here. This bag I'm excited to show you in a minute. Over here you got your spare screws, O-rings, hex keys, and this guy right here. Now, he has a brother. Yes, I know my hands are out of camera right now. Camera lady, you don't have to tell me I've just moved my hands out of shot. It's just long enough for me to do a quick bit of unscrewing. So we can see that there are actually 2 of those. The reason that they exist is because in the top of the tank you have 2 airflow holes. Okay, so inside the top cap we have 2 separate airflow holes, as you can see right there. The reason we have a 1-piece and a 2-piece airflow control ring we're going to get to in just 1 second. Right, as you can see either side of the airflow control ring on this side there are 2 screws. Now you may need to remove those at some point in the future. Right now I'm keeping mine in place. They're actually there because underneath we have a peak. Okay, underneath the airflow control ring we have a peak insulator. We'll call it an insulator for right now. Right, as you can see on the top here it actually has a juice plug, and it also has an airflow control section built into the deck. The reason that that's there is so when you hit your mod, the air that's pulled in from the top airflow section goes in behind your coil, and the air gets where it's needed to be. Seems like a simple enough idea. Right, inside here you have enough room for 2 coils. Right, one on either side of the deck. You have a dual positive center post and a negative post on either side. As you can see there, the deck goes halfway down the glass and then beneath the glass you have enough room for 2 millilitres of e-liquid. Now this is rubber sealed around the bottom, and then we get up to the fun stuff up here. Right, you can actually use this with either a single horizontal coil, as you see right there, or you could change it up and go with the old Jenny styler deck and have 2 vertical coils sat in there. I don't know if you've noticed or not right now, but the coil that comes pre-installed into this tank is a notch coil, something I am very excited about. It's basically a stainless steel tube that somebody decided they were going to take a little Dremel to and slash some holes in there. We'll talk more about that in a second, but that's actually one of the main reasons I was excited about this tank. As I said a second ago, you have the dual airflow control system. Right, 2 rings that perfectly fit into place, and I'll show you in a second how this all fits together properly. But you just aim it over the back end where the peak insulator is, and that right there will allow you to draw airflow in behind your coils. I'm getting shouted at by my producer because I'm moving my hand right now. Now obviously if you're running dual coils in there, you have the dual coil ring in place. I'm going to make her life so much easier now by pulling it back out of the macro shot. Okay, one of the main reasons I got super excited about this tank when I first heard about it coming out was what I'm holding in my hand right now. This is the notch coil. It's think about a stainless steel tube that's super thin and has lots of little notches cut in there. It will give you the same flavor performance as a Clapton coil, but it will perform like something that you've never seen before. I want to start putting this tank back together now, guys, and filling it up. I'm going to throw this back together real fast. As you can see, the coil is on this side, so I'm going to take my single airflow ring, put it into place on the other side. Take the top cap. These threads are easy to play with. It's just that right now, I've been doing this for 3 hours already, and it's taking a second. Just kidding. It was just me getting it in place on that first thread. There we go. Don't want it too tight. 510 goes in the top. Pops back off. Right, what we're going to do now is we're going to take a second just to juice this thing up. Then we'll pull it out and we can see how it vapes. This is going to be your first vape and my first vape with this tank at the same time. Might need a slightly longer bottle on this one. Okay, I think I can get it. Oh yeah, perfect. Dropping down there and dropping right into the hole. Jabo, if you're watching this, next time make the glass a little bit shorter so it's easier to get it in there. Please. It's starting to come all the way through the deck now. Just gonna pre-wet these wicks. Right, we're going to jump up top and we're going to give it a vape. Alright, so I've put the tank back together, I filled it up. It's actually around about 10 minutes since I turned the video off, because I wanted to make sure that the cotton that was in here was really soaked well, because there's a lot of it. I wanted to make sure that the tank was sitting nicely. I'm thinking it's going to hit pretty well. This is actually my first ever hit on this thing. The lady behind the camera stole it, took a hit, and she was like jumping up and down for joy. I think I'm actually going to get it stolen when I get off camera, but that's beside the point. Right, I'm using it on the Rouleau RX 200, the solid white one. Currently got it set at, let me see, 50 watts even. Damn, that's an angry little beast. The flavour that I have in there right now I know what that normally tastes like. And this is bringing the flavour out so much more. It's literally like using a Clapton coil, but without having to wait 15 minutes for it to warm up first. Holy cow, I like this. Now then, the important question that I know everybody has, because the only reason you're here was A, to see what everything looks like, and B, to find out if it's worth buying. Now, if I lost this thing right now, would I go out and buy a second one just off 2 hits? Honestly, I couldn't say yet. I'm gonna have to hit it about another 5 or 6 times, but I'm impressed. What I'm actually vaping there right now is the Boss from Sugar Skulls. And they say on there it's the best damn strawberry cheesecake you'll ever taste. And I have to tell you, in a dripper, it tastes good. In this thing right here, it tastes absolutely phenomenal. Jabo and Matt from Suck My Mod, I love you both right now. Thank you for inventing this. I've been Daniel Hall from Guide to Vaping. I'll see you next time, guys.